I told you niggas. I said, yeah, I do hang out with a motorcycle gang.
But wait a minute, Yahweh Shai, right? What kind of men did he have among them? Yeah. Did he not have zealots? What are zealots? Zealots was a gang, man. There was a gang that was trying to take down the Romans.
That's right.
All right?
That's right. Because I know all about the motorcycle gang protocol. If I socialize with other niggas that's down with other shit, that's what I do. On the side to make money.
We hung out, Yahweh Shai hung out with unsavory characters. Guys that, like cutthroats.
Yo, you put up the video of me holding up the so-called biker colors and shit like that. I'm friends with them. Yeah, I am. I'll admit it. I got one of the guys in particular, Ephraim, like I've known him for 15 years. He's a member of that bike club and shit like that. And I've done work with the dude. I work with him. He's like a so-called friend of the world. He's like a so-called friend of the world. Okay? I'm friends with them. Yeah, I am. I'll admit it. He's like a so-called friend of the world. He's like a so-called friend of the world.
It says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? Unbelievers, straight up unbelievers, man. They don't believe in the Lord. So the scriptures say they're not supposed to be yoked up with them niggas, man.
Them niggas are heathens, man.
The scriptures say let everything be done for the sake of edifying, man. All right, verse 15. It says, and what concord have the Lord with Belial? Or what part have he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement hath the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. As the Most High hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord.
So we're supposed to be separate from people like that. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be separate from them people. We're not supposed to be joined together with them.
You know, those are heathens, man. You look at them as other nations, man.
That's right.
Because they got the spirit of another nation on them. So they're heathens, man. They're Gentiles. And it says here in Isaiah 30:1, it says, woe. Woe means destruction to the rebellious children.
So you gonna welcome in a community that promotes selling drugs, right? So you gonna welcome in a community that promotes selling drugs, right? Invite them into the scriptures say you're not supposed to be with an infidel, man. You can't be amongst a wicked ass nigga. If you believe in selling drugs, then I can't invite you into this thing unless you're gonna.
They're heathens, man.
They're heathens.
I gotta keep saying that. Yeah. They're other nations, man. They no different than the white man.
That's right.
They're no different than a Hamite. They're no different from an Ishmaelite. Would you be friends with a damn Ishmaelite? They ain't gonna let that dude in your house.
What communion, the scripture said, what communion have light with darkness, man? Them guys, first of all, they don't believe in Yahweh Shai. What communion, the scripture said, what communion have light with darkness, man? Them guys, first of all, they don't believe in Yahweh Shai. What communion, the scripture said, what communion have light with darkness, man? Them guys, first of all, they don't believe in Yahweh Shai.
You're not going to be sitting down and hanging out with guys that are non-believers. You're not going to be sitting down and hanging out with guys that are non-believers. Sitting down and hanging out with guys that are non-believers. If I see you in the street, I say, oh, hey, what's going on? I keep going my way, you keep going your way. I ain't gonna hang out with you. We ain't gonna go and drink no beer together. We got no dealings with each other. Yeah, looking for attention. Just like a black woman.
That's a dumb, stupid nigga that's gonna be, he gonna eat a missile or two.
I mean, well, you know, what's all that? Anyway, go ahead, brother. Look, to tell y'all something, your so-called family is one of the biggest enemies in this truth.
Basically, your family's out here that they want to talk to you, right? And he said, who is my mother, who is my sister, who is my brother? But them, behold, my mother and my sister and my brother. For them that do the will of the Father, the same are my mother and my sister and my brother. All right? So your actual family ain't your family, man. But really, you ain't supposed to be hanging out. All that family reunion bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Because years ago, we gonna have it if I say I ain't going.
Yeah.
Why not? Because I ain't going.
I'm going strictly by my father's line. And I don't even fuck with them. I don't even mess with my father's side of the family.
Now for a recompense in the same I speak as unto my children, be ye also enlarged. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness? So by you being amongst, in the midst of them, well, how do you know the Most High, when in them times that you were among them, the Most High didn't bring judgment on them dudes while you were there? You know? So the scriptures say, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. You know? It says, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness?
Mixing of the two, in other words. Ain't no light going to leak over into the darkness, or no darkness can leak over into the light because it's separated with an adamant. So being a man of the word, we should be the same way. If we light or we righteousness, we need to stay on the right side, on the side of righteousness.
Because you're not supposed to, congregate with, with 2/3 of our people. You're not supposed to congregate with people that are in darkness. All right, it tells you that in 2 Corinthians chapter 6. Man, we have to understand that we're not to congregate with the wicked, man. Right now, 2/3 of our people are wicked right now, man.
Now that you know, I'm calling yourself an Israelite, praying to you, how about you now, Shai? You know what I'm saying? You seeking the truth. You know what I'm saying? You ain't dealing with these niggas in the world no more.
And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness.
That's right. So don't even have no fellowship. You know what I'm saying? With somebody who ain't even trying to be an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? You deal with people in the world, but don't be, you know what I'm saying, hanging with them. Hey, what you doing, man? Come over there. I'll get on the game. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this.
Or trying to mix and mingle with the world.
2 Corinthians 6:14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness?
That's right.
And what communion have light with darkness?
That's right, man. Yeah, I don't got none. They the opposite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gee, I ain't got no business going chill with niggas. For what? Man, for what? That really why? For fucking what? We out of proclaiming that 2/3 ain't right. What the fuck I want to go be with them for? No. They unrighteous. So it ain't no fellowship with them. That's like putting a sheep and a wolf in a cage together. What you think gonna happen? The wolf gonna eat that sheep up. because they ain't got no business together. No.
Hey, and even because you going around 2/3 motherfuckers, they partaking in wickedness, man. And even if you not jumping in here physically and partaking in what they doing it, you sitting there witnessing the shit. You sitting in the room. You been around niggas, all niggas want to do is smoke, get high, and bullshit all day.
Now, I'm going to say this too, because dealing with and fellowship is two different things.
Right.
Because you got to deal with 2/3, but you don't, you know, sit down and break bread and, you know, you don't fellowship, meaning, you know, try to get in the brotherly spirit with these motherfuckers, man. Try to get in the brotherly spirit with these motherfuckers, man. Try to get in the brotherly spirit with these motherfuckers, man. Try to get in the brotherly spirit with these motherfuckers, man. Try to get in the brotherly spirit with these motherfuckers, man. Try to get in the brotherly spirit with these motherfuckers, man.
You're just using what he did as an example of what not to do, and show that the scriptures condemns him in the fashion that he has joined unto these men, okay? Which, you know, Paul wrote this through the Spirit of the Lord. He said, be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, man. You don't fool with unbelievers, man, okay? Let me go up. Proverbs 4:14 says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Alright? That's plain, man.
You do what you gotta do, and then you keep it moving, because that vibration will rub off on you, just like you ever magnetized a piece of metal. You leave that magnet to that metal for so long till that metal becomes as a magnet.
Yep.
The same way with you in this truth. If you fucking with 2/3, that vibration can jump on you, them demons jump on you, and then you are 2/3.
That are heads, you know, of the camps that have men under you, that are basically looking up to you and being guided by you, and looking to your examples on how that, you know, they conduct themselves. You know, some of these brothers are impressionable. You know, some of them may be young, may just be coming into the truth. Some brothers may have been in there for a little while, but if they see the camp leader doing certain things, they're going to be compelled to do the same things. You got to stop doing that, you know, because these men are looking up to you for an example. As the name of this lesson, be thou an example of the believers. So whatever they see you doing, they're going to do. You know, don't be surprised if you see the men in your camp do the same thing you do. So we have to be examples, you know, to the flock, and to the believers.